Now you, son of man, take a sharp sword, use it as you would a barber's razor, and shave your head and beard. Then take a set of scales and divide the hair. You are to burn up a third of it in the city when the days of the siege have ended. You are to take a third of it and slash it with the sword all around the city, and you are to scatter a third to the wind. For I will draw a sword to chase after them, but you are to take a few strands from the hair and secure them in the folds of your robe. Take some more of them, throw them into the fire, and burn them in it. A fire will spread from it to the whole house of Israel. This is what the Lord God says. I have set this Jerusalem in the center of the nations, with countries all around her. But she has rebelled against my ordinances, with more wickedness than the nations, and against my statutes more than the countries that surround her. For her people have rejected my ordinances and have not walked in my statutes. Therefore this is what the Lord God says, because you have been more insubordinate than the nations around you, you have not walked in my statutes or kept my ordinances. You have not even kept the ordinance of the nations around you. Therefore this is what the Lord God says. See, I am against you, Jerusalem, and I will execute judgments within you at the sight of the nations. Because of all your detestable practices, I will do to you what I have never done before and what I will never do again. As a result, fathers will eat their sons within Jerusalem, and sons will eat their fathers. I will execute judgments against you and scatter all your survivors into every direction of the wind. Therefore, as I live, this is the declaration of the Lord God, I am going to cut you off and show you no pity, because you have defiled my sanctuary with all your detestable practices and abominations. Yes, I will not spare you. A third of your people will die by my plague and be consumed by famine within you. A third will fall by the sword all around you, and I will scatter a third to every direction of the wind, and I will draw a sword to chase after them. When my anger is spent, and I have vented my wrath on them, I will be appeased. Then after I have spent my wrath on them, they will know that I, Yahweh, have spoken in my jealousy. I will make you a ruin and a disgrace among the nations around you, in the sight of everyone who passes by. So you will be a disgrace and a taunt, a warning and a horror to the nations around you when I execute judgments against you in anger, wrath, and furious rebukes. I, Yahweh, have spoken. When I shoot deadly arrows of famine at them, arrows for destruction that I will send to destroy you, inhabitants of Jerusalem, I will intensify the famine against you and cut off your supply of bread. I will send famine and dangerous animals against you. They will leave you childless, Jerusalem. Plague and bloodshed will sweep through you, and I will spring a sword against you. I, Yahweh, have spoken.